We're different here. We don't just get up for another day. We rise. We don't just work. We endeavor. We're women and men for and with others. We have hope, we believe, and we celebrate. Why are we different?
So we can be the difference.
At William and Mary, bold moments define us. We push boundaries and find creative solutions. We take risks and pursue our passions. We ignite curiosity and change the world. At William and Mary, we see bold in action. We challenge what is known, explore what is new, and imagine a bold future. We are, and always will be, a university for the bold.
I was born bold.
And welcome back to our continued coverage of the EGFC Power Series as we just had DePaul and William and Mary, or William and Mary fell. Now we're going to see Marquette and William and Mary go head-to-head, as these are the two teams who went 0-1 in their first match of the day, so looking to rebound.
Exactly. This is where it really comes down to. You have such a pivotal matchup right now where both these teams need this win. We did see that William and Mary came very, very close to the 11-13, and then in our first map, it was a 7-13 for Marquette going against the Wichita State University. So going into this next map, I do believe it's going to come down to this with who could have the chance of being cut and moving on.
Ooh, and for our picks and bans, we do have Bind as being the map that we're going to take a peek at. So we've had 3 unique maps all the way, and Icebox and Fracture banned for every single one, as Haven and Ascent both banned away as well. I'm excited to see Bind. You know, we talked about some of the compositions, sort of, we're just going to wind up alternating every time. Binks, how do you approach Bind, or how do you think Bind can be approached as far as team compositions? I know that it's really where a lot of people see Raze as being a very viable duelist, sort of one of the spaces she really thrives. But beyond that, it's open, I think, to a lot of different compositional styles.
Breach works wonders at being able to clear these sites, because if you look at the way they're orientated, it's not the same way as, oh, they can end from here, like you see on Split, where you can still clear with the Breach. His Rolling Thunder can easily sweep the entire site, especially when you look at A on the right side. Then you can also look at another perspective of, hey, is Yoru viable with his fake outs? You can go through the TPs, you can really work around that and condition your opponent. I don't think we'll see the Yoru, obviously, but you can do the same thing with Omen. And it becomes a matter of, what am I going for? I could go for the Astra and go try to push an aggressive. I can go for the Sage. I think Sage should be picked here. I think Sage is a very powerful operator on Bind, and the amount of elevation you can get with your walls. And it's not like it's complex elevation. You just go and you stand inside of Hookah window. Or you can go for the corner plant on the attacking side, where you're pushing in from showers. It's a very quick thing, and it does make a world of difference, especially to have the heal, which the only heal we have seen thus far today is going to be the Sky, and that was only in our first matchup. The second one did not have any.
Yeah, it's a good point to bring up, and there weren't even, sort of auxiliary heals in the Reyna, and there's Patron picking up the Reyna, same pick we saw them on earlier today, so certainly sticking with that comfort. And there's the Yoru picked up by Atsu.
No way I called that out.
So an absolute profit here from Binks. And everything else is pretty standard, Sova, Astra, likely a chamber for Croat, but there's a Yoru here.
So now I can actually continue with my point. So with Yoru, he has the ability to teleport, tether, or throw the teleport in, and tether. He has so many different areas. And when you throw a fake out, which is his footsteps through the TP, it makes a full TP noise. The same way that his footsteps will counter the boom bot of Raze, for example. Or if he's walking, the turret will shoot at those footsteps. Or the alarm bot will go and be taken away from those footsteps. It is absolutely absurd to think about. And I think that the Yoru pick here could be very essential, especially considering that his ultimate is the same as Patron. I think it's only 6 ultimate points, which is relatively small. So you can expect both of those players to be constantly pushing in with their ultimates for their team, which could absolutely be explosive here on Blind.
Oh yeah, this is fun. This is spicy. I'm excited. We haven't even talked about William and Mary because it's standard setup, you know, Killjoy for B site. You have the Astra, you have the Raze, good mobility, all that jazz. But we have 2 duelists on both teams, and a Yoru is one of them. I am happy as a clam.
Man, it's been so long since I've gone to cast Yoru.
I think I've cast him once.
You should see the smile on my face right now. Like,
I mean,
the
same
energy,
here.
the energy that just gave me. Atsu, thank you so much.
It feels like I just shotgunned a Red Bull or something, you know?
Exactly.
I'm wired up. I'm ready. As, you know, the last time I saw a Yoru, I think it was actually covering the Power Series. As I haven't done a ton of Valorant in between. You know, I've done some collegiate matches here and there for like in like EGFC and some things like that, some Splinter stuff. But, oh man, and I remember it was just ulti, shorty, get a kill, get out, and I was here for every single second of it. I loved it, and now we're gonna get to see it again in action. First push onto the A site, Patron doing what he can alongside Croat after getting mines, but Banana Duck takes down Atsu so that Yoru not gonna get any impact this first round, as now the last rotate coming in for side of Marquette. The Sova sort of sitting back, and it's a long-range duel. Fang cleans up Patron, and Hazmat takes down Stevo. So Trade's going the way of William and Mary to start things off. And even though Dog finds 1, Hazmat will finish it off, and William and Mary strike first.
I think that's also as a result of William and Mary coming off hot. They just finished a previous game. It wasn't like they were on and then off. They were just on. They're warm. They are ready to go. They're coming into this match swinging. They were just down 11-13. They want to come out here and come up huge, which means that it's going to be up to Marquette to be able to match that and really push with the same aggression. As you can see with the buying power, the Bulldog being a prominent buy from both the Sova as well as the Killjoy. There's the Boombot. Nothing Patron can do. The Boombot will continue to rotate right on around. 2 shots in that Headhunter, and that will kill you if you don't rotate. Rotify, no!
Oh, no. Oh, that just hurts.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. There's a Yoru with the shorty. That's what I'm waiting for. As Fang takes a couple shots, go down, and found one! Atsu got a kill on the mines. That's the highlight of the round for me. As now we're going to see if I can open things up, and Stevo certainly does, taking down Banana Duck, and now Atsu with a Spectre in hand. That's a little room to work with, finds Fang, and going in and out of the smoke. It's better for Marquette than William and Mary. It's a 2v1 for Hazmat to try and survive. Does shoot arrow. Dog goes for the defuse. At least got it to half. That is big. Now, plenty of time to work. We just have to find 1 kill, and Dog does it. Marquette answers back and destroys the bonus from William and Mary.
I promise I am not just hopping on anything good I can say about the Yoru of Atsu. With those 2 kills, first the kill with the shorty, upgrade to the Spectre, and they swing out, get the kill with the Spectre onto the Sova, Fang, they swing back, and of course, sure, they got refragged from Guacamole, but Guacamole also got caught in that Astro's gravity wall, and who refragged that? Stevo, who worked perfectly in tandem with the Yoru, and all cleaned up by Dog with the final kill. That was just beautiful on the side of Marquette, and they really showed their ability to retake, especially on a round that should not have been theirs based on the rifles.
Yeah, and I mean, it's that impact, you know, when you look at KDs, sometimes they don't tell the whole story, and Atsu certainly is already finding another quick 2 kills. and then in and out, just like a California burger joint, as Mize, struggling, just finds a shorty. And now, William and Mary, they're in this dominant position, but Marquette have just struck back. Patron takes down Hazmat, and it feels like the script has flipped. That jump forward, not going to get anything done, and Guacamole goes down to Patron as a flawless round for Marquette.
This is just very liberating to see. It's such a good flow on the side of Marquette these previous 2 rounds. It felt very seamless with the way they are working together. Since they won those next 2 rounds, it feels weird to be saying this as we go towards the 4th round, but even now, it's going to be a gun advantage on the side of William and Mary now as 1 Bulldog and 1 Spectre on the side of Marquette. Interested to see what they do with that, but more importantly, Yoru of Atsu now has their ultimate ready.
Ooh, and we're gonna see if it gets popped this round. Honestly, I am a fan of round 3, round 4 ultis if you start popping off, because, you know, if you're getting it that early, it's a pretty short cooldown anyway, and you can probably get some good work done.
It was a fake! It was a fake!
As Mai's forced to commit the nade to the footstep fake, holding that door wide open. And, I mean, Atsu, with the hidden tech, it seems, really making it work super well for Marquette. As now William and Mary are pushing forward. And we have to remember, this was expensive for them. Everyone down, you know, in the triple digits as far as their credit count. So they have to win this round, be able to rebuy. Meanwhile, Marquette sitting on piles of cash as Stevo holding steady, and Protify finding first blood on the Hazmat. Now you want to see if you're William and Mary fan is, ooh, Mai's nearly losing the duel. Thought he had Patron before they did. It's Gravity Well doing wonders. Holding time as Dog finds the kill. Stevo as well. And it's another wipe for Marquette, only losing 1 so far. Now, of course, Mize does have the space to try and bring some of it back, but very, very good holds out of Marquette.
They don't have much they can do. 30 seconds. Mize. 9 bullets left in the magazine. They're going to try to do something with it. Was it a real? Was it a fake? The Yoru did actually teleport. It's going to be Steve on a swing and collect on the kill. 3rd on the round. Did a phenomenal job. Really shutting down the entire push with 2 gravity wells being deployed. Or sorry, 1 gravity well, 1 concussion. As it caught the Rays in their tracks of Mize. They couldn't move through the air. Very well executed.
Yeah, very, very well done. And shutting down that gun advantage William and Mary had that round, and now fully able to upgrade. And just look at the money for Marquette. They are really rolling in it. They have so much money they'll be able to buy for 2 or 3 more rounds, assuming they get wiped each time. Meanwhile, another save out of here for William and Mary. Has these footsteps have been disgusting, and some of this teleport placement, I am just loving it.
It's what you want to see, especially as such a trickster. Guacamole has more confidence to push here in that TP, wanting to see what's going on. The double push, well played by Marquette. There's not much you can do there, especially when you're doing some pushing by Guacamole through with the penetration. Fair headshot, 1 tap. Protify now has to watch both of these 2 angles. He's spotted out, doesn't have the TP ready. Good use of the Blade Storm. Upgrade to the rifle. Now Patron as the rain that will have to hold this down. Nano Swarm will lock down one of the angles, waiting to find one. This will be huge. And dismissed, but there's the flank. The Jet, a little banana duck. Oh my goodness. Cosmic Divide just ults galore this round, as we have the Hunter's Fury ready and waiting as well.
Indeed, and maybe that's why Marquette felt so confident to step forward, but Mize taking down Dog makes life a lot harder for Stevo after already committing that ulti, as he is going to try and find something. Mize steps up, then goes down, and Hazmat in that back corner. But honestly, Banana Duck and Hazmat, they can play it safe, play it slow, play off each other's contact, and this is likely going to be a very clean round. But Evo still making it expensive, getting that last member, but William and Mary finding some answers.
They will be able to fight back 3-2, and we know that, especially with them keeping it nice and close, it does seem like William and Mary are the kind of team to slowly accelerate throughout the match, as we saw previously on Ascent. But look at this, 3 ultimates. Atsu still has their ultimate in hand. We have to wonder when that's going to come out with all the mind games that have been set so far. But look at these Astra Stars on the defensive side especially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are planning on B, because that's where Astra is. But thanks to the information callouts, you can detonate an Astra Star from anywhere on the map. That's the free coverage that you get assisting your Yoru.
Yeah, definitely. And to me, that's what really sets her apart from so many other controllers, is she's not bound by distance. And you can just fire away no matter where you are. As Crotify does get spotted by that Owl Jump, snaps away and barely makes it out. I was scared. I was a little scared for that one, to be honest. As now Fang trying to take the duel against Atsu. But, flash used, but not used very well. As here comes the nuke, and it finds a target in Patron. And oh, Mize trying to go down into the other dimension, or Atsu trying to go in the dimension, but Mize shuts it down. As kills going in favor of William and Mary, but still, they're a couple low health bars.
This is interesting now. You have the post plant. You notice how you can't hear. You have no indicator to how far along the spike is. Swinging out, Dog trying to find his kill, but he can't watch Showers swinging. They have the assist from the Cloud. But especially now, if you have to hope that Mize pushes up. Mize does not hear the defuse. They're going to be going into this blind, but Crow just had to stick it. None of the players were able to push it. So now Mize to find their third, looking for 4 to capitalize on this round. Almost getting their ultimate right on back. Steve to find 1. Look for Mize, hoping to find it. The 4K from Mize. 3 ultimate points for them. And it looks like that showstopper could be back in their hands within the next few rounds.
Yeah, and that showstopper is massive. I mean, I call it a tactical nuke sometimes, because that's what it feels like, honestly. You look at a group of people, you fire it, and boom, they're dead. As it just has that capacity to completely swing around, and I think we saw it. It provided that opening at a U-Haul, and William and Mary got some fight in them, got the pistol, and after getting shot down, have certainly started to strike back as they've gotten a little bit more stable, and Marquette finally digging down as their economy is starting to break.
You will be able to see that, especially from the tour de force being deployed by the chamber. One of the 3 ultimates still left in the side of Marquette. And we are looking for these to be deployed, especially Reyna and Yoru. We mentioned it earlier on, only 6 ultimate points required. You want to be seeing those ultimates detonated maybe 3 times throughout the half if they're playing well. You should be seeing them so very often. The same thing with a Killjoy lockdown. If you have a Killjoy popping off, you should see lockdowns constantly, especially with the different ult points you can pick up. So looking for those different things, especially here, we're seeing a big rotate. It's going to be a 2-sided push from both B Long as well as Hookah, and this could be very lethal with this race pushing up. Astro Stars now being deployed, as we are going to see an absolute utility dump.
Oh, here it comes. Guacamole taking out Steve-O, and that's a good start, but Dog and Atsu! Oh my! Taking down 4 in the 1 second, it seems, as Marquette shut down William and Mary. Oh my goodness! Came out of nowhere. Now just a little banana duck all alone. Lear dropped, but it doesn't matter as the push comes from behind, and Marquette shut down William and Mary's momentum.
I think it's just a matter of them saying, yeah, we have the ults. Do we need them? Is that really what we should be doing? I can't shoot them when I'm in the other dimension, but if you insist, I guess. Oh, no, never mind. I'm just going to go crazy and frag with my duo of Dog. Shutting down the round. That came out of nowhere. There was no predicting that. They sprung the trap, but just their ability to work in tandem. Yoru and Sova, who would have thought that would be the duo to work together?
I mean, if anything, maybe it's just Dog and Atsu having so much synergy, and they peaked together, they got the kills together, and that's all you can ask for sometimes. His patron does spot out Mize, and should be an indicator. A bit of an A-hit is on its way. So Stars get dropped, and Nanoduck jumps forward on the shorty, finds one, but Steve-O gets 2 in response. Although, Croak going down, Nanoduck doing a lot, but the shorty on the Yoru! There it is! As, oh, this is going to be tough for William and Mary. They got a lot done, but not quite enough. As Fang last one standing, gonna go down to Steve-O, but a couple kills, not too bad for Nico.
Steve-O and Atsu, man oh man. The fact we saw 2 shorty kills there, Turbo. 2 shorty kills, and I believe that would have been round 7. Sorry, round 8, sorry. That was on round 8. Shorty kills. Man, oh man, it just shows you. I think their shorty is so underrated, especially for the amount it costs. It's 150. It's 150 for this.
Chump change.
Exactly. You just throw that into your pocket. You have your long distance rifle. If you're in a gunfight and you're not winning it long distance, chances are you can hide. You should never be pulling out a pistol at super long distance unless you're playing that way, like Chamber, but he has his Headhunter to assist him in that regard, especially playing on a close range agent. You want to have the complete ability to play how you want, and I think this could be the time to do the exact same thing. Tether is in place for Yoru, and it is time. He will be spotted out. He has time to go all the way back, and it will be used more as a safety thing, and that's not something I'm opposed to. There's no tether in place or used in time, but unfortunately the Yoru will fall, and that was a very clean shot with the Phantom of Banana Duck as they swing right onto site. We saw the explosiveness, but this time there's no Sova, and Yoru just shut it down.
Yeah, but there is still the Hunter's Fury online, and here we're gonna see it trying to take down Default, and can't find Guacamole on the plant, but does get a little chip damage at the very least on the Mize, but Mize still able to find Patron. It's 3v5, excuse me, as now Stevo dropping that Cosmic Divide. Marquette trying to find a way in. This is so difficult to find. Dog around elbow and what he can, throwing down some darts and gonna need some kills, but Little Banana Duck quick on the trigger. All up to Crotify. Not gonna matter. Little Banana Duck with a 4K. As William Mary, again, it's so back and forth between these teams. You know, 1 round, 2 rounds up, and then back again. And I'm living for all of it. You know, these two teams going head to head.
It's absolutely absurd, back and forth, and I think we have to really highlight Banana Duck just for a really quick second. They've been coming up huge a lot of times. The Shody kill opening up the round. They've really done a phenomenal job of clearing everything for their team, and especially in times you think there's no way they'll be able to push up, Banana Duck finds a way.
Indeed, as now Atsu in a slightly more aggressive position does drop. That is such a stupid interaction. It's so good to just counter out Raze. I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, I think if Raze starts seeing play, we're just going to see Yoru as the immediate response. And maybe that was the thought process for Atsu, was there's going to be a Raze coming out for William and Mary. So let's counter it with the Yoru, and it's working. A lot of damage dealt, and William and Mary forced to slow down on this push.
I think there's just such a negative thing around Yoru because he's such a high caliber player. He's very hard to make work, but when you have the communication with the team, Yoru is an option, but so is Reyna for a good reason. Sneaky until they get their kills, and then they are on fire. You can't slow down Reyna. We'll get back to the Yoru later because this push is already unfolding with the remaining 4 players on the side of William and Mary stacked up in Kuka and Belong respectively.
Yeah, and here comes the Killjoy lockdown, but Stevo taking out Fang is going to be, again, tough to push into. There are some flashes coming down, and Stevo finds 1, looks for 2, and it doesn't even matter. That lockdown doesn't go off before everyone dies.
That's such a cleanup, and I believe that Yoru flash actually assisted Stevo there. The Killjoy all the way in that corner, getting flashed out. Is that I don't believe, yeah, they couldn't have been flashed from anywhere else. Phenomenal play there, but back on the Yoru topic, we can make a quick list in our minds of who Yoru counters. So you have the Killjoy alarm bot, Chambers alarm, you have Cypher, which is nothing but traps. Yoru will trigger those. Raze countering off the boom bot. You have possibly more. I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, once they allowed those footsteps to do so much more, and these buffs that have been coming through have really helped out as Atsu is doing so much. Just flicks past 2. Now, no way to escape those. He's gonna have to fight it out.
Oh, the bullet!
Got a bullet. There's a shorty, but Crotify from the back does save him. As oh my god,
Buddy ace. That is a buddy ace if I've ever seen one.
Oh, that certainly
Last
is.
round
Marquette put
in the
themselves above the 7-round line and confirm a lead going into the second half.
That's very, very convincing, especially on the defensive half. I do believe defense is slightly more favored here on Bind, but I could be mistaken. It does seem, especially between these two teams, it's more of a give and take relationship of who's able to take what in the round, and that will determine things moving forward. But regardless, everyone on the side of Marquette has been playing their role quite well. I do want to see a little bit more out of Patron, but once again, it's been these buddy plays. Look at that! The beautiful play with the fake out allows Atsu to push right on up, and it will be Mize to win it out this time, but you had the cross angle as an option with Dog, and that's what I love about Marquette's pushes. they're pushing together and playing as one, especially on this defensive end. And especially now that they'll be able to take that aggressiveness to the attacking side after this round, I believe it could be very lethal.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Marquette on attack because this composition looks very, very strong and it looks very versatile. And I think it provides a lot of great offensive options. As now William & Mary going for the rotate over to the B site, just anchored by Dog. And now Recon Dart coming up, so might be able to sniff this one out. But considering these are very late rotates, it'll be tough if Dog is forced to hold on all by himself.
As far as all points go, there's no Hunter's Fury possible for Dog, but it doesn't matter. He's ready with those shots. The gravity well, locking down the rays. Man, oh man, it's just going to be a spray. Not even going to work. Do damage to the jet, possibly. The Dog now swinging out through labs. They have the Thin Island in place. For the rays, they'll find them. Now it's pretty obvious to assume where they are in sight. There's the blind, swinging out, a beautiful shot from Steve-O. Hazmat to get the refrag. Now Prototype, Yacht looking to find their shot. Last one is that Astra inside of Hookah. The plant defuse will be attempted, however not successful, but Patron to find the headshot onto Hazmat, and that will be an 8-4 half for Marquette.
An 8-4 half, but I mean, look at the health bars for Marquette. Croatify with 1 HP, and everyone else, you know, with scraps. So that was incredibly close. You know, one more bullet landing into any of these players, and it could have been it. But still, William & Mary putting up a great fight. And I feel like this 8-4 scoreline looks very dominating, but
it's not.
These rounds have been tight. These have been close. You know, I think the only reason that Marquette was able to, you know, do so well was because they had that 3-round string and they were able to build their economy in the early game. But beyond that, it has felt so back and forth.
There's water on Bind?
I didn't know this. I didn't know that this was behind a river. That is so cool.
That's so beautiful too.
Thank you so much to our producer observer Juke. Like, oh my god,
Juke is doing it all right now. I gotta give him. He's doing it all. He's crazy. You're crazy, Juke. Thank you so much. Regardless, next half, Silverdart will be able to get one pulse, spotting out a few of the players on the side of Marquette as they are going through their push. And look at these interesting pairings. Yoru going for the solo, tethering back to join his team. Astrarena accompanied by the Chamber Sova combo. This could be very interesting to see how it works out, especially on the side of William & Mary trying to counter this, as now the Yoru will now push to assist Patron, which is a combo that we have not seen. Regardless, Mize with the classic, finding one. Fang to be able to get the second one. Protify with the refrag as kills. Just erupt here on the B site.
And Croat able to take down Banana Duck, as this is Marquette. We said that they'd be aggressive, and we're certainly seeing it. Obviously, this is still just the pistol, but still that flash coming down. Atsu not able to find the shots, but Hazmat's going to be hard-pressed to figure anything out here. Is your 1v3, so many angles to watch for. This is brutal.
Pushing up. They have one shot they have to find. They have the full health. That Yoru TP is very powerful. Imagine how much more powerful it would be if you could have faked it. Regardless.
I think that's a little too far.
Regardless. Hazmat pushing up. Not much they can do. Swinging right into the bullets of Atsu. Trying to diagnose that round. It's very clear what was done for Marquette. They isolated the site, they pushed in, and it was some very good opening kills from both Fang and Mize. But if you look at where those kills came from, it gave away their position, allowing for the refrags from Marquette to come out quite strong. And you saw the opening areas that were taken from Marquette with the Yoru tether. He's making noise all around in showers, and whenever you hear someone, you're not going to rotate. I think that's very, very clear. And what they're doing now is, by throwing the short in the ground, it won't despawn. So they can swing out, Guacamole can get those shots, and then rotate right on back to have a free pick.
Indeed, as... Oh, I was gonna say maybe we'd get something early on, as Hazmat nearly found the right click, but Croat gonna clean it up. As Plant already coming down for Marquette, and Lil Banana Duck caught slipping with Patron on the flank. As now... William & Mary gonna be hard pressed to find a way back in.
Wow,
that was quick. Nothing else to really say. It was just a Spectre spray, and that's it.
Oh, I was not expecting that. That came out of practically nowhere. I was expecting to see a nice slow round, But I do suppose when you have the smokes of an Astra, the aggressiveness taken by a Yoru, that flash, then I think it's Gate Crasher is what his teleport ability is called. Yeah, I do believe it's the Gate Crasher. But regardless, he's able to push up so fast right into a site. And look, we see the tether pushing up towards Long. Meanwhile, Yora's going towards Shower. Fake footsteps might be able to take out the Astra. He gets that pick. It's a free rotate. Oh, wow. You see the duo pushes on the side of B site. I absolutely love this from Marquette. But regardless, Atsu will be shut down.
Yeah, Atsu shut down off of this sort of Showers lurk. And not much going to be able to be done there as the rest of the team pushing forward. And Patron does get a boom bot in his face. It's proving to be difficult to find an answer. And his Banana Duck cleanly taking Dog's head off. And Patron caught in the corner. Marquette falling left and right. As, again, you know, Mary finding a way back in. This is exactly what happened last time it feels, where the second that William and Mary were able to find guns in their hand, they could strike back, at least to start.
William and Mary have done a very proficient job of finding those kills when they need to. And now that the pressure's on 10-4, I think this is where we see William and Mary come alive. They are the comeback team. If anyone can get it done, it will be them. Fortify with a Spectre, not good at these long ranges, even going to take out the Headhunter, looking for one. Won't be able to find it. Shot comes out. At this point, oh, you hear the credits just evaporating out of his account. But regardless, swing out, won't be able to find one. It will be that Marshall to find the kill.
Yeah, and clean across the board, as does look like, again, William and Mary, that third round, able to strike back, as it feels like, if you look at the first half, you see they won in round 4, and that was when they were finally able to get guns, because they won the pistol, lost the subsequent rounds, and were in this awkward position, but now full guns on both sides. We're going to have to see what they can do.
I think this round is going to be a very pivotal one. I really like that Nanduck has that operator. We saw how clean they are with it previously on Ascent, going back to that boathouse hold, where they got probably the cleanest operator 3Ks I've seen in a while. So their ability to swing out, especially when they know where they are, it is going to be possibly a very quick clean out on the side of William and Mary, and it will come down to the ability to shut it down, but there's Stevo falling to exactly what was once predicted. Patron looking for the Astro, won't be able to find it. Mize finding that kill on the Yor. That was a paint shell thrown all the way through TP. Certified now to fall, and look at that. William and Mary coming back.
They are certainly coming back, and I love watching William and Mary sometimes. You know, they always, they never give up. They always, even if they have their back against the wall, will just continue to push, continue to press. And Marquette are now in this really sort of strange position where, you know, it's even in this second half. They can, if they get one round, they're putting themselves that much closer to game point. And as always, you know, this is still just a best of one all day. Going through one group now and get through the second group later on in the day. But every match matters. William and Mary understands that, and they play like it. Every round, especially. So I don't see how they approach this push coming in from Marquette. Atsu, oh, Bucky. This is scary and finds Hazmat. That's got to be tilting. And Patron with the stinger. Ever since the nerf, I haven't really seen that one played. Maybe they'll be able to pick up some rifles, get something going. Is Atsu another shotgun kill? Fang responds, but still, man advantage for Marquette with a really scrappy buy.
You love to see it, especially seeing these unorthodox guns work to such an effective nature. Fang is now going to be forced to push up. And what's that? Ayor has a shotgun, but regardless, Patron will get the kills. They've upgraded it now. The operator wielding Banana Duck is going to push right on up, but they'll opt for the save, and I think that's probably one of the best ideas they've had, because finding 4 players with an operator with, I believe we're around the 10-second mark, not too likely.
Yeah, very, very true. So, solid save out of Mary and Marquette. I mean, they just do some crazy stuff. I'm going to be honest. You know, you see the Yoru, they're picking up something mad, and then they have a near 3K with a Bucky that lets them take sight. It's just madness, and I am loving every single second of it. Marquette becoming one of my new favorite teams to watch because of Atsu and all these crazy things they love to do.
I think we can't just focus on Atsu though. I think we have to look at the way Atsu's playing, and it's not alone. We see so many Yoru players. They're like that cool guy, like team. What's a team? I don't need a team. And it's not what you see. This Yoru is accompanying their entire team, and sure, they've gone for the solo push a few times, but there's no denying these early round pushes with the team. And the Gatecrasher, boom, other side of the map. All that noise is so chaotic that they're still thinking, and it's only 2. You know, it will be Hazmat that they need to find this kill, and that's Atsu to fall. That's a huge pick. So, you know, trying to find the second one, they'll find the shots, still haven't taken a tiny bit of damage. And wow, what an answer back from William and Mary.
What an answer indeed. As now Feng finds Patron left standing for Marquette, and now just one. It is Stevo, the top frag for Marquette. I know I talk a lot about Atsu, and it's fun to watch them play, but again, it's the whole team that's come together to get them to 11 rounds, and Stevo has certainly been an integral part of that top frag on this controller, doing so much. As now Myers might be the next one to fall, but does take down Stevo as William and Mary carry 4 guns into the next round.
That's insane. These rounds, they are so one-sided no matter what. These teams just have a constant read on each other. And once again, I can't stress enough for William and Mary. They are playing really well. They are holding their angles exactly the way they should be.
Yeah.
They're swinging around, they're holding it, and it's demonstrated from that round. You don't see 4 people stay alive on a round, on a decisive round at that. Out of the blue. That's just unheard of. It's just such a give and take, and it's going to be a matter of which team can read better. And here's yours ultimate, best use for its droning ability. And funny enough, that boombot will still be triggered. I didn't know that was a possibility. Blind coming out, shotgun in hand, not able to find the Euro, and it's smart from to retreat. Playing very safe. Patron will find the kill into Mines. Now Banana Duck has to find it. What a shot from that gun-slinging Jet Atsu to fall. And now with that Cosmic Divide still in place, it's going to be such a crazy retake now from William and Mary.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. They're waiting for that Cosmic Divide to fall. This stunned up Owl Drone really struggling, as now again Marquette does have that man advantage. They have the tour de force, but now maybe this flank could work out for Feng, but considering Patron could dismiss away, it works out. But Banana Duck and Feng, they're doing so much work finding the kills, equalizing. Now Feng's on the defuse, and Patron can't respond. Blade Storm committed, able to find it, and where's Stevo? All the way around the side. Does get it to half, and now this is going to be tough. Gets away the position, finds the shot, but Lil Banana Duck has the knives, and that half committed by Feng will make it so William and Mary can find the round.
I think that's always so important. I'm in a 2v1. Sure, I have a chance of hopping off the spike and maybe, just maybe, winning a kill. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not normally how it's going to work out. It's better to get it to half, because if the attackers who got that spike down don't know what's at half, they'll run away early. And even though you're defusing when it seems like, oh, they won't get it, you're going to get it. And I think that's one of the craziest things that people often forget about.
Yeah, I think that's very true. It's something that you don't always think about, as now Feng is the sort of the first point of contact as this very quick push out of Marquette. Looks like they're on the save and they want to just play aggressively, as there's that beautiful Prime Vandal we were talking about last game. And actually first pick goes the way of Marquette. So let's open up a little space. If Dog can find something on the Spectre, and indeed does, now can upgrade to that Vandal. Banana Duck up in heaven with that Operator. Certainly a menace from that position, but this Astra Smoke lasting for so long and denying so much space, as Patron finds Hazmat, and that's a very big pick, as it feels like both of these teams so strong on these Thrifties, and William and Mary, they had such a solid round, but now Marquette playing so quickly, but Banana Duck finds Atsu, and that could be the start of something new. And looking for more, but that bomb's ticking down. Not enough time. Just looking for maybe one more kill to get a little more value out of the Operator. Can't find it, and Patron denies. Gonna have that dismiss if anything happens, but does wind up going down to Guacamole. Would have died at Spike anyway, but
they got it.
Yeah,
they got
they are able to carry over the op, so that's a big win for William and Mary, but match point for Marquette.
Big win, but like, Could have been better. I think that's like, it's a disappointing win. I think that's the best way to put it. I really like that round for a few reasons. On the side of William and Mary, they did a substantial job of holding other sites or attempting a retake. But you just have to speed up the timeline a little bit more. And it really comes down to Marquette's ability to swing. They took the entire control over of Lamps. Oh! That's scary. Very big shots from Atsu. Teleporting over to the other side. Hunter's Fury, but regardless, it's this ability for Marquette to rotate and be so consistent with those rotates to keep the opponent guessing that makes it so much harder for William and Mary to really know where the push is coming from. And we saw that last map, that was something they didn't have to worry about. They were able to play very consistent, very slow, and not worry, say, oh, it's going A, they're gonna stick A.
Yeah, definitely is now. Patron pops that Empress, and these flashes coming through. Atsu finds one, the Showstopper looking for more, just get some chip damage, and actually that satchel placement is tough to work with. Pros an interesting teleport, but Mize sniffs it out. Artify finding Banana Duck. It's all up to Mize, and that is it. Marquette finding a win as William and Mary go down 0-2, and Marquette find themselves a win today as all of these teams in this group are so strong, and they're all just going blow for blow with each other. And I feel like I keep repeating myself, but it's just because these matches feel so close. Like, if you told me that this was a 13-11, I would have believed it, because some of these rounds, it really felt like, you know, every single player is pulling their weight and doing everything they can.
Did you see that econ rating?
I missed it.
Banana Duck had a 171 econ rating.
Oh my god!
That's insane. I'm gonna give them a lot of credit there. I did not. I saw it at the very end. I did a double take. I thought it was 71. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, 171. The next highest was 80. Oh my goodness.
That's mind blown. But regardless, Marquette gonna take that map. They are now 1-1. Unfortunately, William and Mary now 0-2. But I would not count them out of it yet. They still have a small and slim chance, and they are playing so well that I do see them having a chance to come back into this tournament. But regardless, Turbo, we finished on the map, and do you know what that means?
That means we are going to be heading to break as Marquette takes this win over William and Mary. We'll be finishing our last match of this group right after a short break. DePaul versus Wichita. So you're going to want to stick around, see the two who've won so far battle it out against each other, and see who's the top of this, this group moving in to the rest of the day. So you're going to want to watch that match. Stick around.